What's up? What's up? What's up? Peace to the family. What's going on? That's right. Jewel on the Lotus, Tantric Path to Higher Consciousness. You can't beat it. What's happening, Tish? Beautiful Truth. Yeah, that's right. Make sure you share. This one's getting ready to be dynamic. Absolutely. Please swipe and invite. Make sure you order your copy of Sunyata Saraswati and Bodhi, The Tantric Path to Higher Consciousness, third edition, Jewel on the Lotus. Absolutely. Thanks for joining. This one's getting ready to be crazy. Trust me. All right. So, un momento. Switch over my camera. Peace, 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 peace. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? All right. First off, for everybody who was on looking for me on Facebook Live, they bugged out. They bugged out. So I don't know what happened. The feature was taken off of my phone, but we're still gonna make it happen. Today is the sex talk. So I started this yesterday about the sex talk because a lot of people are talking about sex, but they are more like mumbling. They're really not giving you what I feel like. They're not giving me some details, or things are being left out. And I wanted to say, well, I just want to come at it from my angle about how I see sex. And yesterday we were talking about Tom, Dicks, and Harry's and sexual liberation. That one is on Facebook. I probably have to come back over here and do it on Periscope. But today we're talking about sex, magic, and astrology. What's up? Team Pisces in the building. I'm CoachKhayr, Team Taurus from Atlanta. For you to really get the most out of this broadcast, you need to put your zodiac and what city you're representing in the building. So like, I'm Team Taurus in Atlanta. Please state what's your zodiac and where you're at. So I already know I got Pisces in the building, and probably gonna have tons of other. Leo is rising right now. What's going on, Miss Brandy? Thank you for joining. Capricorn in Houston, Texas. Miss Beautiful Truth. I changed the profile picture. All right now. So please don't forget to swipe and invite Team Virgo in Vegas. I'll be coming to Vegas soon. I can already see how this is working out. Please swipe and invite. Let your followers know. Capricorn, Louisiana, Team Aries in H-Town. Everybody's talking about sex magic. But are you really having sex magic? And a lot of people are talking about astrology, but are they talking about magic? And I feel that, I miss you too. I'm back. Don't worry, I'm back. Trust me. So I feel that they go together. And Team Sagittarius, East Orange, New Jersey, shouts out, Sag is in the building. I feel that they go together. All of them go together. Hey, Asina, make sure y'all swipe and invite. Team Capricorn is in the building. Baton Rouge, I see you. Because I could have put a comma in there and said sex, magic, and astrology. But I just said sex, magic, and astrology. But we're still going to have to break it down. Sex, magic, and astrology. Okay? So you can really get a grasp of where I'm going with this. So you can use this as a function in your life and stop being afraid of it and stop having people make it sound like you're so deep and da-da-da-da-da. You do have to practice. You do have to have some proficiency, but understand the principle first, right? So what is sex? Sex is manifesting and healing. That's what sex is for. It's not just for you to get an orgasm. It's spiritual energy, just period. Sex itself is the cultivation. Why is Pisces, Gemini sex so intense? They're air and water doing some things. Wait till you see Pisces and Taurus. That's all I got to say. Sex is spiritual, sexuality and sexual energy and spiritual energy, one and the same. Misusing sexual energy is the same thing as misusing spiritual energy. Say I want to be so spiritual, but I don't want to be sexual, then you're really not being spiritual. It's like you're cutting half of it off. I want to cook on the stove, but I don't want to use any utensils. Eating with your hands, I understand, but cooking with your hands you could injure something. And why you got your hands all in there when cooking, when the pan and the utensils are part of the tools, right? So sex and sexual energy, spiritual energy linked together, linked, right? Just like Kundalini force, just like teeth and gums. It's all a part of the mouth, right? Abstinence, it people saying, so is abstinence advised? It depends, but let's get the basic definitions down first of sex, then magic, then astrology. Then let's put sex, magic, and astrology together, okay? Then we're going to get to that. Big shouts out to everybody who is in the building. Big shouts out to my man Paul. No need to panic. Make sure y'all follow him out in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yes, man, go ahead and have sex with your best friend. Why? Because so many people, now I'm going to get off the subject. So many people are having sex with strangers. And then you go back and cry on your best friend's shoulder, and your best friend knows all your ex-sexual partners and lovers. And then you say, oh, it may mess it up. Whole nother periscope. But anyway, and I'm not saying don't have discernment. That was what yesterday's broadcast was about. So you can do make sure you have discernment, and that not every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Sexual liberation does not mean sexual abandonment, spiritual abandonment. So when you think sex, can you put the word spiritual in it? So can I put spiritual magic and astrology together? Because if sexual energy is the same as spiritual energy, can I put spiritual magic together and people still be as interested? Because everybody's interested in sex magic, but are you interested in spiritual magic? It's the same thing, but the word sex turns you on more, right? But astrology, oh my goodness, I'm a Taurus, so I do it like this, or such and such. Let's move over to magic first. Magic is creating, is alchemy. It's really alchemy, but that word kind of too deep for people. So then went to the order of the Magi, who were the magicians who were practicing magic, which is really just practical alchemy, right? When you're manipulating nature, and you manipulate Kool-Aid, you manipulate eggs to make an omelet. So Team Leo and H-Town is in the building. So you should be, and you manipulate energy every time you do your hair, every time you take a bath, every time you put oil on your face. You're manipulating. I love it when people get very lubricated by listening to this type of topic right here. Absolutely. Thanks for swiping. Keep hitting them hearts then. If this is turning you on, keep tapping the screen and keep sharing this with people. So, magic is this manipulation. So I got sexual energy, I got manifestation and healing that I'm manipulating, and then I put it together with astrology, which to me, it's all about, that's why I should have named the show, Timing is Everything. Because astrology is your weather forecast, what kind of planetary energies. These planets are me. I'm in the sun, I'm in the stars. Now, I'm not talking about like some old, I am of the universe. No, actually, I come from the sun. You come from the sun. That's why we love it, because we're out there. It's like we're homesick for the sun. I got to go out and get some sun. We're homesick to go into the vagina. We're homesick for the vagina to greet the penis. That's creative energy, right? It's carnal, but it's creative force. It's linked to our nervous system, right? So when I look at astrology, I'm looking at timing. I'm looking at where this planet is at. So it's crazy that I'm doing this broadcast about sex, magic, and astrology, and it's Leo is rising right now. So big shouts out to all my Leos that are tuned in right now. In Atlanta, Leo is rising right now. So this is an excellent time to even be talking about sex and having fun with it and keeping the subject light. What's up, honey? Please, Buzz. Thank you for swiping and inviting your friends and your family. It's important to look at the timing piece with the astrology, right? Because when you got the sex going on and then the magic going on, but you're doing it at the wrong time, your results are going to be bland. They're not going to be the expectation that you've been looking for, right? So why do people want to do sex magic anyway in the first place? When they just want to pick up books and read. This is not a sex magic book. I want to say that. This book is not about sex magic. This is about expanding your consciousness. Tantra and sex magic are not the same. That's why I recommended this book, so you can see sex magic is a little quicker. You're actually cultivating sex magic every time you copulate, right? But you need the dynamics, which is two opposite energies. Not that it can't work for same energies, but it wasn't designed like that. Okay, that's like if I put water in Kool-Aid, is it going to taste right because I substituted sugar for water? No, it's not going to taste the same. If I'm making Kool-Aid, I need water, sugar, and Kool-Aid. But if I substitute sugar for more water, that ain't really Kool-Aid. Or if I substitute Kool-Aid for more water, then that's sugar water. That's not Kool-Aid, right? So I'm talking about sex magic between heterosexual partners. Not that it can't happen for lesbians, gays, homosexuals, whatever, but this broadcast is about heterosexual sex magic, okay? Because it works the best, it works the fastest, and it is the most powerful, period. You water it down, will it still work? Sure, possibly, but it ain't gonna. It's not that high level. You understand? I'm trying to take you to high level. So, when they come together, you're already manipulating energies already. I love it when I have that on there. So, when you take it and say, I want to take my creative spiritual energy and manipulate it in order for me to have a desired outcome, I'm really expressing power. Because power is when I take something and I change it to my will, right? Now, some people hear sex magic and they get scared because it's got the word magic in it. Some people think sex magic and they think, ooh, mysticism, and they go too deep off the edge, right? So, but you've been doing it. Nobody told you that it was sex magic. Your casual sex. Now, when sex is not magic, is when your heart ain't in it. When there's no joy. When you're just doing it just to be doing something. You see what I'm saying? So that don't make no sense in the first place. If your heart's not in it, why are you even engaging in it, right? Like to please somebody. That's one of the ways you can negate your sexual energy. Sexual magic is to be doing something and your heart is not in it. Because for magic to work, there's got to be joy. There's got to be joy. You got to be happy and be enthusiastic, and you got to be in it. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely. Big shouts out to the subconscious community. My man S. Ali Myers. Big shouts out to my master Mitchell Gibson, Miss Kathy Gibson of Shire. Right. And creating a vortex, otherwise it's dry. It ain't wet and it ain't tingly no more. It's dry. And once again, the results are bland. So you've been doing sex magic, as long as you've been doing sex. Really wasn't aware that you were. Then you started learning about sex magic and you said, I want to explore a little bit more. But when do you bring the astrology piece in? When you bring the astrology piece in, now you're looking for timing. You see what I'm saying? So, and you must look at more dynamics than just your sun sign. Okay? This class is not for beginners. You must look past your sun sign. You can't just say, I'm a Libra, so I do this. You're all 12 of the zodiac, all 12 signs are active in your chart. They influence you. Capricorn influences everybody. Leo influences everybody. What if one approaches sex from fear of heartache, or example? Then your magic is going to be bland. Right. And I'm about to give a timing of sex and astrology together. I got that coming. When you approach sex magic, when you approach anything with fear Fear is the opposite of love. So since you don't have love in it, then you don't have the real gas in it. So you're running on fumes, or you're running on water, or you're trying to run on luck. So stay away from it. Things that you fear, why are you in it? So you got to change what the emotional setting is in order for the magic to work. There's not going to be any magic. And if you are approaching something from a fear standpoint, you need to remove that, get some professional help, somebody like me, a coach or a counselor or something like that, who knows what they're doing. Don't go to your friend and say, help me with removing the fear that I have around sex. No, you got to have somebody who's got experience in helping people remove those type of blockages. Otherwise, it's gonna multiply. It's probably already multiplied if you're talking about it right now. Okay, so one example of no cosmic beauty. Some cosmic beauty says Sun in Scorpio needs to understand I only have 4 signs. No, you don't. You have where's your moon? Where's your Mercury? Where's your Mars? Where's your Venus? Where's Saturn? Where are all your planets at? Or it will be amplified and transmitted to something worse. Absolutely. So, and every sign rules a different house. You have 12 houses. Each house is ruled by a sign. So whether there are planets in it or not, you're still being ruled by that sign. So for me, I have Virgo. I'm sorry. I got Aquarius on the 6th house, but I don't have any planets in Aquarius. But Aquarius still affects everything that's 6th house. So it affects how I work, how I serve, all my health issues. So that means my calves, my ankles, things like that. I have to be careful of. I burnt my calf in a motorcycle accident. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that plays out. So you have to look all around the chart to get the full picture of it, not just microscopic. Don't be looking all up like, hey, what's my birth sign? That's what you look like when you're just doing just my sun sign and how am I compatible? You got to back up and see everything. See what I got on? You gotta look at the whole picture. You gotta look at it all. You can't just look at just, hi, I'm a Gemini, you're such and such, we're supposed to be compatible. Whoever told you that, you need to fire them, okay? And I understand most of y'all read Black Love Signs, and that's all you ever read, and you just want the quick, short microwave answer. I don't have that for you. I look at the holistically, the whole thing. So let's say an example of astrology and sex magic is having sex on a full moon. Much more passionate. You know that the moon is full, but you don't really know what sign it's in. What sign is the moon in on this full moon that you're having sex? What can you produce from that? So for instance, I just had the moon, this last Libra moon, which was full, which was also a solar eclipse, was in Libra, which was in my 2nd house, right? So the magic for doing a full moon, if you're having sex and you know that the full moon is in the 2nd house, then your ritual should be about your personal money and your personal values, okay? But where was the moon at in your chart for your ritual? I'm just using the moon, for example, just a full moon. Now, what if it's a new moon? What type of ritual should you do? And where is the sun? Where is the moon at in your chart? Is it in the 1st house, 2nd house, 3rd house, 4th house, 12th house, 11th house? Where are the indicators at? Because these planets are distributing energy at all times. But before you know that, you got to know what your chart says. What's your rising sign? So when there's So I love when there's activity in Libra. Of course, I want to have sex magic. And if I can catch a lot of activity that's going on in Libra, I'm going to be manifesting more money. If I want to manifest some enlightenment, I'm going to manifest when there's a lot of activity in my 9th house, because that's the house of the guru. If I want to take a trip, that's the 9th house, something international travel. If I want to work on my relationships, I'm going to do it when the moon or there's a lot of activity in Pisces, right? And every month you get the moon coming through and activating every house. But the sun may not be activating. The sun is not going to activate Pisces, but 30 days out of the year. So I got to use my timing, right? So some Pisces activity, if I want the sun to work in my sex magic, I got to make sure the sun is present. Remember, just like sugar, Kool-Aid, and water. If the Kool-Aid is not there, then it ain't Kool-Aid. So I don't have to have the sun in Pisces to get something out of a Pisces type ritual in my sex magic, but I need to have, if I really want to go big. So let's look at the words. The sun represents vitality. The sun is in Aries right now. So any type of ritual that I do around Aries while the sun is there, the sun is adding vitality to my ritual. Bam. If I can get off here and have sex right now, sun's in Aries, rising sign is Leo. Leo is sex. Leo is sex. Leo is love, fun, children, playthings. Yes, the AC is your rising sign. So, which is the ascendant. AC equals ascendant equals rising sign. Yeah. So what about if the sun, but also the sun is in Aries, but in my chart, where is Aries at? Aries is my 8th house, which is more sex, which is 8th house is what I desire, what I want, transformation. Yes, every day something can be different and represent something new, but the shifts are just moving from, oh, look at that. Yeah. But the shifts are moving according to, how fast that planet moves. So the moon moves the fastest. Then you got Mercury. Then you got, I think the sun moves the fastest after that. And then come in. So, yes. So you have to understand where the planets are at, because I am always talking about timing, doing the right thing at the right time. But if you're doing whatever you're doing at the wrong time or not the best time, you're going to get bland results. Remember what I said earlier? So this whole thing is about timing is everything. You can't just jump in and be like, I just wanted to do this sex magic ritual. Yeah. That's one on God is Bliss. How you doing? Without knowing where the time is at. So when people look at me sometimes and they say, hey, I want to do such and such or such and such. Can I do sex magic with this person if they don't know I'm doing sex magic with him? Where's the integrity in that? Where's the fun in that? Your communication skills are off, okay? When you can't find somebody that you can communicate with. You're so much into metaphysics and so much into sex magic that you can't manifest a partner that you can tell them, tonight I want to do some sex magic. All of the sex is magic, because sexual energy is spiritual energy. And all I'm doing is switching. I'm just manipulating the energy, but I'm doing it consciously. All right. Then when I lay it on top of the astrology, I'm really cooking with hot grease. Yeah. I'm not cooking with like mayonnaise or whatever. So hope this was helpful. If you would like, how far in advance should you plan to manipulate? Well, if you really want to get your good nurture on, and let's say you just optimizing and you having sex 9 times a month, man, just manipulate for what you need to make it really powerful. Like, don't try to go way out. Like, this is tomorrow be April. I'm not going to do no sex magic for June. All right. It's April the 1st. If I'm going to do some magic, I want to see some results in 72 hours. I want to see something pop off. You understand? Right. Because I'm going to just have sex that one time and then don't come back to have sex on it again until later. That don't make no sense. Right. So, yeah, like, what is having sex 9 times a month? So that's like every 4 days, because 4 times 9 will give me 36. 4 times 8 will give me 32. You know what I'm saying? So like every 3.5 to 4 days, if I'm having sex, I want to be adding on to that. And let's say it didn't pop off in 72 hours. Come on, girl, let's jump back in there and do it again. Let's jump back in there and that's the other thing about rituals. You got to keep doing them until you get the results you want. So that's what makes sex magic so fun. So if you got somebody who is not interested in the craft, and then you can't like really get down with them, and they ain't really been a connection like that, you're gonna get bland results. I'm not saying that you won't get any results, but more connection that you have with the person and the more frequency, then yes, the better results. So set intentions with the partner prior to business. Yes, or you can set your own intention. What I really like to do is set my intentions like a day or two before, right? I like to say, check this out. What do you want? What do you want? What you want? What you looking for? And then I already concerned and curious about what the other person wants to manifest. So they already told me. So now when I go into the act, all I need to do is be mindful of what they want as well as what I want. Because the thought is going to come to the front of the mind, or it's going to be in there somewhere. It's already in the subconscious. So you don't necessarily have to sit down like a football player in a team and be like, okay, right here when we get to the 19th stroke and I turn you over to the backside, you think about this right here. Or when you get on top, you think about this. Keep it very casual and light, okay? Keep it very casual and light. Y'all can just be laying there in the bed, kissing and something like that. Men, you can also seed the other person. You can seed the woman, right? By and if you know what she was asking for, you can remind her during the act. I really like seeding a woman when she's all nice and open. You go ahead and seed her with the ideal and the mental. Okay, you drop it back in there and be like, ooh, the new tires we riding on. She said she needed some tires. So can't you say, oh man, we riding so safe in the car. What's up, brother Solution? So think about the other person sometimes in sex magic. Stop being greedy with your sex magic. Trying to just do it for yourself. I just found somebody. I need to find somebody to break it off. That's not sex magic. I mean, it is on a really low level. But yes, role playing is magical. Because when you get in there, and I like to be a millionaire doing sex. I like to be a millionaire, a billionaire, and I like to talk about billionaire stuff during sex. That's me. I just love it. What do you like talking about when you're role playing in sex? When you're creating magic, what do you like to do? What's up, Saki Fever? Peace, peace. Yeah, and you know why I'm having these conversations? Because some people are still saying, wow. Why is this such a wow? It's much to think about. It's much to shift to. Stop thinking about it. I need you to plan and say, hey, I'm getting ready to go work this. And that is the Usnisa Vajaya playing in the background. Absolutely. We keep it plush around here. Yeah, go practice. Go practice and then come back and be like, yo, this is what happened. Now, if you need assistance, I got three things for you. One is get some assistance. So you can go to CoachKhayr.com and you can book a session and find out how your chart is laid out, right? Go to CoachKhayrAstrology.info for that. If you want to be like, yo, what's the best time for me to have sex magic and blah, 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 blah. All right? We could be talking about sex talk during sex, but now I'm talking about how you get assistance, how I can help you. All right? Or I have a monthly program, get the high level sex magic jewels. Moon magic. So in moon magic, the moon moves around the cycle every 28 days. And there's different phases where you can activate and do different types of programming. So when you have the planning phase, what type of sex should you have? What about sex magic when you should abstain for 3 or 4 days? How about these 4 days I shouldn't be having sex? I'm going to just hold back. And then right after that, I need to turn it back on. You see what I'm saying? To get the most out of it. So if you're interested in learning the cycles of moon magic to add to your sex magic, then zoom in to moonmagic28.info. Moonmagic28.info. And you got till March the 5th to join. Okay, it's a 28-day program, and It's just amazing. Watch the video. Can somebody type that in there for me, please? Moonmagic28.info. Can one have sex magic with self? Yes, you can, but you're not going to get the results that you're going to get with two people. Two cultivates faster than one. It's just like, can I ride a bicycle as fast by myself as with two people? What's the answer? No. You see what I'm saying? So, and here's the thing: if you got to even ask about having sex magic by yourself, why don't you fix the problem of why you ain't got a partner to have sex magic with? That should be the order of the day. Fix that little issue. Just make a little adjustment. You see, I didn't call it a problem. Just fix that little issue. Get you a partner, and then you start really exploring sex magic, self magic. But if you keep on focusing on how to do sex magic by yourself, you're always going to be doing it by yourself. Boring. Almost a year. You might want to go back and look at my video I did yesterday. If you are not having sex for almost a year, and it ain't about celibacy and a spiritual purpose, just because you ain't got somebody, your communication skills is off. Right. And you need to fix that, because it's going to lead to some skin issues. You're going to have, your cells is going to be mad. Your uterus and your clitoris is going to be like, I'm being avoided, and they're going to retaliate. Oh, you got excuses. She said full schedule. You see that? Got excuses. She said I got full schedule. For 12 months, I haven't made time to have sex because I got a full schedule. You such a liar. Ain't that something? Yeah, too busy for a shag? Damn. Right. Full-time school and full-time work. And no time spirit. No time for spiritual cultivation. Wow. But you got time for all the external, but no time for the internal. I feel you. You might want to grab a hold of your schedule. Who's in charge of your scheduling, though? That's what I'm saying.